Crusoe, please care for the paint, my love.
Where?
Thank you. Put it on your t-shirt.
Mom.
Have you boys been having so much fun?
So, painful. What can I say about little Sawyer?
Sawyer, where are you off to, buddy?
He is a wonderful kid, as we all know, but he's also very expensive. So what I've decided to do with Sawyer is take away his blueberry and raspberry allowance for a week. That will probably just about balance the 500 euros that it cost me to fix my telephone screen. What can I say? That was a very painful way to end the day, especially because I really wanted to cement this countertop into place yesterday evening so I could be plumbing today, so it's put me sort of a day behind. And now I'm going to scrape on the cement and fix the tiles into place, but then I've got to wait for it to dry. So it's kind of put me a bit behind schedule. Shocker. We might be able to plumb in the sink and the tap and everything later on this evening, but well, we'll see. So, Garnet, since you're here, tell me, what do you think about the design? I've kind of...
I absolutely love it. I love it, I love it, I love it. I love the little details of the tiles.
Okay.
I think they're amazing. You can go with the yellow one. What a funny thing about yellow. I said I wanted that yellow one because you wouldn't let me have the yellow kitchen. So I thought I'd sneak in a yellow tile and you've blimmin' changed it.
Well, this is yellow. The thing about yellow is it's yellow.
I love yellow, darling. I mean, that does look very, very nice, but...
So the blue...
I did pick a yellow one.
Yeah, so...
Is that my punishment for not getting Sawyer away from the tripod?
Wow.
Every time I look at that tile, I'm going to be like, should have told him to go away. Should have told him to go away.
You know what's so cool about that piece of video that you guys have just watched is that even though the screen was knackered and totally smashed and literally it was black, couldn't see anything, it was still recorded on an iPhone. But here's the other thing, iPhone and Apple. I went into Porto yesterday evening to try and get, because of course this is how we film, we use our phones. To try and get a new screen, because otherwise today I wouldn't have been able to work. I went into the Apple shop and they said it would take me a week. And then they asked for my logins to get rid of Find My iPhone, which of course, who remembers their Apple login? Not me. So I was unable to do it. So then I went to this dodgy Chinese shop just down the road. Not that dodgy, pretty impressive in fact. They gave me a fake screen. I did it in 30 minutes. It still cost 500 euros, but what was more important to me at the time, getting my telephone sorted and back up and running real quick, or waiting a week and faffing around with Apple and login details. So anyway, I digress.
So if you missed why all of that is really important, we film our entire YouTube channel on our phones. So not only are there our lives and our banking and our business, so it was slightly terrifying what happened yesterday.
Not least because there was so much content on the phone. And it was like, I was saying, hey Siri, give me my content. Hey Siri, there's 2 days worth of content on that phone, give it back.
I'm just going to be a moany wife, a nag. I'm going to nag you for a second.
Okay.
John refuses to put a case on his phone. It's my first nag. No, let me nag. Secondly, refuses to sign up for iCloud. So all of his content is on a physical device. And third, hasn't set up Siri. So if he had set up Siri, he would have been able to go, hey Siri, can I have my content please? If he had iCloud, it would have all been on the cloud and it wouldn't have been such a drama. And thirdly, if he'd had a case,
okay.
I rest my case.
15 years of owning an iPhone.
Yeah, but love, you're not the only one who has access to your iPhone anymore. You have 2 small children and a pretty clumsy wife.
Not putting a case on it. I don't like the case. I don't like
iCloud.
iCloud, what? Film a terabyte worth of videos, you know?
I have iCloud.
Edit, cut. You know, a little insight into the Newbys channel. We film about 350 clips per episode. Most of them go in the bin. That's quite a lot for the cloud to handle. I don't think our internet service provider would be particularly excited about that.
I film on my phone too, and the cloud handles mine.
It all goes there, does it? Mm-hmm. That's why it's costing us €6,000
It doesn't, it costs £8 a month.
Okay. Well, anyway, £8 a month to store data.
Oh, you're such a Grinch.
Where does it go? Where does it go for the rest of your life?
In the cloud.
So for the rest of your life, you're going to pay £8.
Anyway, this is boring for everybody. Get on with something exciting.
All right, I'm going to mix some cement to get those tiles in place, and then we'll do some plumbing, and then we'll have a kitchen.
Yay! Anyway, the not so glamorous side of house renovations and moving kitchens like this is I have to do the washing up in the bathroom. Which is, you know, there's a lot of people on the planet who have far less. So I'm not complaining, I'm just saying it's not glamorous. So I'm very excited for us to have taps running again and a stove again and, yeah, for everything to be working. Isn't this going to be the most beautiful space? My painting got scuppered yesterday in the drama, obviously, so I only got the primer on that board. But what I might do really quickly... Be fun to get that blue on, isn't it? And then we can put the blue up there and we can get a real sense of how all the colours are going to go together. I'll wait a bit, but later on in this episode I'm going to paint that board and we can get it on the wall and we can have a look at what this is all going to look like. Very, very exciting. Okay, towels of countertop. Sorry, in order. Oh gosh. He's a brave man.
Alright, this is super duper flexible cement. Also, interestingly, on the packet it says if it's been open for more than 12 months, it's not going to be any good.
That's interesting.
Yeah. So all of those packs that we've got lying around in the garage, for me and David in the not garage, we're going to have to really have a good look at whether they're still valuable to us or not. You know that a packet of this stuff doesn't cost much, but fixing this, if it goes wrong, would cost a lot. So, Darren, over to you.
What? I'm nervous. What are you doing?
You're going to put the tiles in.
Starting the stitch.
Yeah. Yeah, drop it, like put it down.
Right, you show me the first one.
Let's do this one first then. That's it. Directly over the holes. Let's give the holes a nice clean. Good. That big tile that goes in the middle, that won't require any extra. No. Just pop it in.
Is it too late to change for yellow?
Yeah, well, there are lots of other tiles. That came from the back of the splashback on the other kitchen.
Oh, cool. Okay. Well, it's got a story to tell, hasn't it? Good?
Yeah, it's pretty.
Very pretty. Okay.
All
Happy?
right. Yeah, I think we've got to leave it now.
Okay.
Just check that everything's level and there's going to be nowhere for it to pool water. But I think that's pretty much it. We got the little tiles coming, they're on their way. We got to put the grout in. Hopefully, well, I'll have a look at the packet to see how long it takes to dry.
Cool.
Great.
Okay, so we really want the sink fitted so that we can have some more running water again. So I am going to quickly get a coat of primer onto this cabinet, and hopefully it'll dry in about, I don't know, half an hour, an hour, and then I can get the colour on. And then we get the sink in place. Yay! Anyway, there we go. The first coat is on. And what I was saying was that John and I have had lengthy discussions about whether or not this is the right colour for this kitchen. I've been a little bit concerned that it's a bit too dark. It's also looking like a different blue from the blue that's on the tiles. So I'm not really sure how it's going to sit alongside everything, but we will only know after the second coat. The annoying thing about John Newby is that he's usually right. So I do trust his judgment, and I think he probably is right, and it's going to be absolutely beautiful. We'll see. In 4 hours, I'll be back to do a second coat, and then tomorrow morning, we will show you what it looks like.
We love it.
So I'd like to hear from you guys. How is the spam in your life? Now that might seem weird, but I personally was really struggling with incessant spam emails, and have had moments in life where I've been getting these really incessant spam phone calls. Have you ever wondered how these companies get hold of your information? Well, the answer is that there are businesses out there called data brokers, which sell your information to companies who want to buy it so that they can try and sell you stuff, or to use your information for nefarious activities. I didn't know any of this existed until I was introduced to the sponsor of today's episode, Incogni. And it kind of changed the way I think about everything. Okay, so the overwhelming thing about the fact that people could be getting hold of your data is that it could be your personal information. Things like, obviously, your name, your birth date, your address. People can even use search engines to find out where you live, which is something that makes me feel super uncomfortable. Now, all is not lost, and this is why Incogni is so super cool, because legally, you have every right to ask these data brokers and all these companies to take your data off their lists. But if you was going to try and do it yourself, it would be a near impossible task. It would take hours, days, possibly even weeks of your time, and you, like me, probably wouldn't even know where to start looking. What Incogni does is, after a very simple sign-up process, they go out and look at all of the different data broker websites and find where your data is appearing. They then request on your behalf that that data has been removed, and they do not leave that company alone until they have confirmation that your data no longer appears on their websites. So we've been signed up to Incogni for about 6 months now, since we first worked with them on a sponsorship, and I've noticed a huge decline in the number of spam emails coming into our inbox. The great thing is that there's a dashboard where you can track how many requests they've sent out for your data to be removed, what kind of progress they've made with that, how many they've had confirmed, and it's all just so simple. You don't have to do anything. So if you would like to take back control of your own data and secure your privacy, then please use the link in our description below and our code TheNewbys, and you will get 60% off an annual plan with Incogni, as well as a 30-day money-back guarantee. So there's absolutely no risk. Oh, this is a big moment.
It is a big moment. Oh, and I haven't really prepared, look.
No, you haven't. Do you need my help?
Yeah. The guy's doing the aircon today.
Yeah.
This is when I drop it.
Don't drop it. And don't say it doesn't fit. I can't bear it.
How is it not going in now? Come on, man.
No, it was fine. You've already tested it.
No, it's not gonna go.
Why?
It's like 1mm.
What's done it, love?
Oh, man.
As you say, it's just once it's past that front bit, it's in, isn't it? Mill by mill it's going in, but it's very slow. Maybe when
There was a little bit of flex before we attached the countertop, and now there's no flex because of the countertop.
Okay.
That's what's done it.
Is it going in? I think it is.
Oh.
There's never a plumbing problem that requires the sink to come out. Yay! But by the way, can you take that out, please? Because I hadn't done my second coat of paint.
Yeah. Well, that's staying. So actually, it'll move enough for me to be able to get back there tomorrow as well and just tighten up a few things. I was keen to get something in there tonight, just in case the boys come down and turn a tap.
Yeah, that would be bad. Anyway, doesn't that look beautiful? Oh, right, breathe. Sink is in.
Not good.
Ah! Oh, God.
Okay, it's coming out there.
I haven't got anything. What do you need?
We need a towel.
Okay, here's a cup, if that helps. Oh.
I'll have you a towel.
There's one in the nut garage. Okay.
Thank you, True Classic. Not just a fancy t-shirt.
I think I'm going to get a second coat onto that board.
Okay.
Let me go and get my paintbrush.
That was a problem because the other connections weren't connected, so to speak. So whilst it's pretty okay, it's not actually perfect just yet.
Ready?
Ready. Dark colours, my darling, dark colours.
I talked about this already, how we've had this conversation, and annoyingly, you're usually right.
Not always.
Not always, but often. I'm excited about this board because when we put it up there, it's like a huge block of the colour, you know, we'll get a really good sense of it.
Yeah. Okay, while Tara does that, I'm going to be looking at cutting a piece of oak strip to go across the back there. Unfortunately, the tiles, because we lowered the floor by 20 centimetres, it makes the room feel a lot bigger. But unfortunately that meant that the original tiles, the original kitchen actually used to come up to about here. And so the tiles kind of went underneath the kitchen countertop. Of course they can't now because we've lowered the floor. And we don't want to make a super tall kitchen cabinet. So what we're left with is this little gap here. What I want is a piece of oak to go across the back there so that it will tie nicely in with the bookshelf that we've built out of oak. And of course the bathroom has got loads of oak. Even in the shower we put a whole bunch of oak in the shower too. I've got a piece here that I cut earlier. Here's one I cut earlier. I'm just going to pop that into location now, and we'll have a quick look and see how it goes. Like that. Not bad. That might actually look better painted blue as well. What do you think?
Hang on, sorry, I haven't actually looked. Give me a second. I've got one more strip to do here.
If we're painting it blue, I think that we should make it out of pine. We don't need to make that out of oak. I can use that oak piece for something else.
Well, the whole no drip thing is pretty stressful, I'm not going to lie. Before you make the call on whether or not to paint it, I think we should wait for the edging tiles because we're going to put that little lip on the corners here as well.
Agreed.
So once that's in, it might actually tie in really nicely together.
That's a good idea. Okay, we'll wait.
Oh, I like it. I like the wood. I really know I don't want to paint it.
Okay.
I like it.
everybody. Super early start to the day today. The boys are in the old house that we're going to knock down, having their breakfast at the moment. I just heard Sawyer look at Crusoe and say, caring, sharing Crusoe. So I wonder what's going on there. Let's see if some tears come this way in a minute. But anyway, Tara's challenged me today with getting all of the water and the cooker working in the new kitchen so that she's got somewhere where she can do, well, basically cook supper. Tara likes to cook, so that's the aim for today. Let's see where we go. The first part of doing that, I think, is going to be to move the dishwasher across. It's a small 45 centimetre wide dishwasher. When we built the original kitchen a couple of years ago, I built all of the doors out of wood, out of pine panel. For the dishwasher especially, this was an error. And basically the reason for that is it's so moist and it's got so much water vapour there. The door really had trouble keeping its shape. And as you can see, maybe you can see, I hope you can see, it basically bent. So what we're going to do, just build a new door like that. It shouldn't take too long. Measure it all up, copy it exactly, except make it out of slightly different wood. 45.5. Let's see whether we can get a door made. Yeah. Alright, well, this is the mess. This is our kitchen currently, sort of in between two places, but slide in there like that. There we go. Nice. Just got to move the dishwasher across now. The only thing we've got to do now is just pop the water drop filter in and plug everything in, and I think we're good to go.
Is it?
I am, at the moment, trying to recycle as much stuff as possible. This has just come out of the other kitchen, and the plan is to reuse those rungs, which is very greasy and sticky, and also reuse this drawer that I built for the other kitchen. It's a good solid drawer, with the exception of the front. Well, it was made out of pine board that we had problems with in terms of getting it to stay flat. So I built this one. Here's one I built earlier. So this one's sort of made out of pine around the edges, and then in the middle using that MDF, that water resistant MDF. It's not quite finished yet. I'm going to want to tidy it up a little bit, put some more wood filler in there and sand it, but apart from that I think we're good to go with it. It's good enough right now that I can start having a look on the camera to see if it all fits together. So first things first, just sort of pop this into place and see whether we can make it work. That's a good draw. give it a go anyway. Not good.
It's in the air, you feel that, it's bringing back images.
Let's see whether it goes in.
Making our way, all that's feeling like a new day.
Okay.